What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the possible Thanksgiving master of Calvin Johnson Megatron. All right, as you know, coming back and just being what he used to be back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember how outrageously dominant he used to be. What cover was he on? I think it was Madden 13, I believe it was. You guys can leave it in the comments. I think he was in Madden 13, but the dude has always been a beast. And as you guys know, a lot of the gameplay mechanics have changed over the years as far as, you know, catching and stuff like that. There's been certain bugs within the game. But I really do believe, based on the way, usually, for the most part, in Thanksgiving promos, they're going to have somebody from the Lions. I don't think they're going to have Barry Sanders because he's already a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So the reasoning behind it, hear me out right now. The reasoning behind it is this Doritos card is so bad that it just makes sense that they would give him another card. Because why would they? It's no, look, if they do, they're going to make money off of major names. All right, so let's just do the math, right? Calvin Johnson is a sell, regardless if he can catch the ball or not. Look at what his speed is and look at his stats right now. Bruh, 81 speed for Calvin Johnson? Okay. I don't know if Calvin Johnson was ever 81 speed. I think he probably dropped out of his mom and the dude was already running with a 95 speed. I don't know what this is about, and I don't really want to say 95 because 95 right now, like the way that they've changed the speed thresholds, Randy Moss is like an 80. Like it doesn't, all I'm trying to say about this whole promo was this. Calvin Johnson has to get another card. So more than likely, since, you know, Thanksgiving with the turducken and all the stuff, you know, John Madden, when all that stuff used to go on back in the day when it was the Thanksgiving game, it used to only be the Lions. I'm guessing that that's why somebody at EA Sports is like, yo, we should more cater towards the Lions. But if you weren't able to get this out of a Doritos pack, you know, Doritos, you have to buy the chips, and then they gave you the code, and they was able to get this card. And, you know, he was decent when the game first came out because there was a lot of things that weren't happening that are happening now after they started to patch the game or whatever. But he's going to have to absolutely get a legend card. He's definitely going to get one. It's just a matter of when. And I know it's coming before the end of the year. It's no way they're going to leave this card like this with these ridiculous stats and not do anything else about it. It just doesn't make any sense. And the reasoning behind it is this, right? They've been releasing a lot of other wide receivers. Obviously, the OBJ. Go ahead and compare him to OBJ, right? OBJ right now is the best wide receiver in the game. The best wide receiver in the game. So, at a 93 overall, this is what he is. More than likely, the Thanksgiving promo, the master, or Calvin Johnson's next release, he's more than likely going to be a 95 with Chem or what, like in 94, 95. And the reason that I say that is because if you go to the defensive side of the ball, right? Right now, with the way that the most feared is going, if you go to the defensive side of the ball and you look at like a guy like Ray Lewis, and you look at Ray Lewis's stats and things like that, it's no way possible that they would make him lower as the you know, the Thanksgiving promo master. You guys gotta let me know what you're thinking about it because I'm trying to really evaluate it. EA Sports, they put out Mike Vick very early. And when they put Mike Vick out, they also patched the game, then they repatched it. And what happened was a lot of people started to overthrow passes and things like that, unless you're throwing out routes. You know what I'm saying? I played a lot of competitive players in Weekend League over this past weekend, and they throw a lot of out routes. And for some reason, no matter what your defense is doing, the out route gets open, and they don't usually overthrow it as much, unless there's a lot of pressure there. But if you look at it based on this being a 94 overall, and he is the, you know, he's the strong version of the most feared. He's the commander or whatever like that, right? If you look at it from this aspect, you can't expect Calvin Johnson to be less than a 95 with Chem, all right? It just doesn't make any sense. If I get Ravens players right now, Ray Lewis will be a 95 with the Chem. So I don't expect him to do anything else other than that. And like I said, Sean Taylor being the Mutt Master, right? Whatever defensive players they start to release for the next promos, you got to keep in mind, the first Madden competitive series is over. They just did that over the past weekend, and now it's time for the overalls to start to increase. Keep in mind, though, that they're going to be very, very careful with the speeds, because I think they did this last year where they made it so that they didn't release a lot of wide receivers with a lot of speed because people are going to start using it for the competition, and they didn't want to make it unfair. The only way they could fix that is if they go back to the way that the game used to be, where you had accountable speed, you know, speed for speed. Madden 13, Madden 25, stuff like that. Those games, you know what I'm saying, like the defense and the offense, it was very, very directly correlated. But when you look at these type of stats, right, Sean Taylor being a 92 speed, the free safety position, they have to be very, very careful going forward because they can't just make anything, you know what I'm saying, too much over because they don't want to take away from the MUT Master. And it's a possibility that this card will also be upgradable. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe for more news for that. Because a lot of the cards that are already out are going to be upgradable very, very soon with new promos that are coming out. So looking at all of the things that I just showed you, OBJ, and let me just say this right now. Don't buy this card right here, Demaryius Thomas. This card is useless. I definitely wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on, wait a minute. He has a Denver wide receiver, a tier 4. I wouldn't do it. He's an 89 speed. He has an 82 catching. He never catches the ball. He has good run block. I've thrown the ball to him wide open. This guy never catches the ball. So just stay away from that. And you saw his catch rating. And even with that catch rating, my man Calvin Johnson is still, I think he's still better than him with an 84, 82 to 84. All right. So I'm going to tell you right now, we're definitely going to get a Calvin Johnson card. He should be the master. There's only one other card that could possibly be the master. And I want to see if you guys can figure that out and put it in the comment section. The person that puts the right card, it's like I said, it's the only other card. It's either going to be Calvin Johnson or one other card. Whoever can put that in the comment section, I would definitely like that comment. And, you know what I'm saying, I'll respond to it and see exactly where your mind is. Because we got to be able to evaluate what's coming. Because for the most part, a lot of these cards that have come out, it doesn't really make any sense with the way that they've been released, and especially like Team of the Week and stuff like that. But you can guarantee this. Calvin Johnson being an 84 overall with these ridiculous stats, it's no way that they're going to keep it along these lines. It's no way possible. 6'5", Megatron, all the stuff that this guy has done. And what else is other major draws? I know Charles Woodson will probably come back. Randy Moss is already a GOAT. So if you think it's not going to be Randy Moss. And for everybody that's thinking, oh yeah, they're going to probably do something with scary speed. I don't know, bro. Because if you look at this card right here, Randy Moss's card, this is what I'm saying. Calvin Johnson is going to have stats better than this maxed out right here. Else it won't make sense for the promo. So he's going to have better than 86 catching. He should have better than 90 speed. You know what I'm saying? The spectacular catch, we all know about Calvin Johnson. Like, that dude was just a spectacular catch machine. I don't think anybody was as good as a spec catcher than Randy Moss, and that's including OBJ, because Randy Moss did some things that I don't think we'll ever see ever again. I don't care who the player is. Randy Moss was a rare talent with speed and height that, you know, he created the prevent defense. So to just give you an idea. And these are the reasons behind why I'm saying, if you look at this, I'm not saying that Calvin Johnson is better than Randy Moss. I'm saying that this card right here, being a maxed out GOAT at an 87 and Calvin Johnson being an 84, if they give us the 95 overall master for Thanksgiving, it has to be better than this card. And this is what I'm basing the ratings off of. Because we can't really base it off anything else. Look, Calvin Johnson is a very, very special card in the Madden history. So when they put him out, it's sort of like Mike Vick. When you look at Mike Vick, right? If you go back to 2004, a lot of you guys are so young, you probably wasn't even playing Madden in 2004. But in Madden 2004, Mike Vick was a glitch. They never ever duplicated Mike Vick like that again until possibly Madden 25? I think it was Madden 25. In Madden 25, Mike Vick was similar to what that Mike Vick was in 04. But they were never able to really duplicate it in any other Madden. I don't believe, like, in 04, you could run all the way back into the end zone and then run all the way back for to your own end zone and then run into your opponent's end zone for a touchdown, and the defense would just follow behind you. That's how fast Michael Vick was in Madden 04, and it was ridiculous. And I played a lot of guys where it's just like, yo, listen, we finna fight outside because I don't know what you're doing right now. And it was really, really crazy. But that was the scenario. That's how it was back in the day. And they never really recreated it. And that's what I'm saying. With Calvin Johnson going back to like 13, he's always been a very, very highly dominating receiver. So looking at it from that aspect, it's going to be somewhere in between Randy Moss and OBJ. But I think they're going to stick more to Randy Moss than OBJ because they're not going to make him faster than a 92 speed. I don't think they're going to do that. They'll probably go with an 89 to 90. Probably. Because, you know what I'm saying? As far as the speed threshold goes, I don't think they're going to go that much above and beyond with it. But, you know, a lot of you guys have been asking me, what do I think, you know, the November Master is going to be for the Thanksgiving promo? And I really do believe that it's going to be you know, Calvin Johnson. It doesn't make any sense for them to go into the new year without making Calvin Johnson have a better card. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's where we are right now with that. That's definitely probably something that's going to happen. Whether he's there for the Thanksgiving Master or some kind of special, he's going to be there. Overall, this is the way the team looks right now. I have to get rid of Demaryius Thomas. I'm not going to tier for him. More than likely, I'll try to put him in for an elite token. He's a horrible card, but he's there right now in case I need run blocking. And I did pick up Kellen Winslow and get rid of Hunter Henry, the team of the week, who was a total bum. We do have Jason Peters, most feared currently. OBJ, obviously the best wide receiver in the game. Big Ben sucks, but he's there. We got Ray Lewis. We got the Mutt Master, Sean Taylor. Eric Berry's still an outright goon. Anthony Barr. I'm really going to get that Leonard Floyd back because I did the Leonard Floyd with the solos, and Leonard Floyd is really better than this Anthony Barr. I got to be honest with you. I'll let you guys know that he is better as a user. He is better. We have the Don Terry Poe most feared, Myles Garrett most feared, and we have the Richard Sherman most feared. So that's pretty much where we are right now. For any more news and topics, you definitely want to subscribe here to GmiasWorld. Definitely check out my podcast channel. Link is in the description. And for anybody that wants to sponsor or AKA sub like Twitch to my YouTube streams, the link is now in the description of this video. You're going to click it. It's going to take you to my YouTube gaming channel. You're going to click the sponsor button, and you'll get all my emotes and all my globes and everything like that, and you'll be able to use them in my next YouTube stream. Going to see you guys and girls next time, man. Enjoy your day. One love.